All right, welcome to the channel Cobalt Black Gaming. I'm your host Cobalt. Welcome back if you've already been a subscriber. Today, we are going to be playing a little game called Suit for Hire, aka John Wick Simulator. So, we're going to jump right in here. I've been playing a little bit, as I normally do. And we're going to be starting at a bit more advanced of a point than normal. So this game's pretty awesome. You can play it from two vantage points. You can do a top-down, or you can do third person like I'm doing here. I wasn't kidding when I called this John Wick Simulator 2 seconds ago, okay? Because the thing about this game is, I don't care who you are, if you've seen a John Wick movie, this game makes you feel like John Wick, okay? It's phenomenal, and so far, I've been having an amazing time with it. Although these guys are a little tricky to deal with. So, you know, bear with me for a quarter of a second while I grab some ammo, refill my gun, wait for him to do something. Oh, he can just kill you by charging you. All right, well, we're gonna retry. This game is not the easiest. You will die, unless you're just real sweaty and you're doing a, hey, let me show you a video of me never dying in John Wick Simulator, and that's pretty cool. More power to you if you have the ability to do that. I do not. I'm not going to act like I do. I am playing on normal difficulty. There is a amateur difficulty if you, quote-unquote, for smoother play. And honestly, I'm having a lot of fun with the normal difficulty, but I could see liking amateur difficulty if you just want to come in here and wreck some people up. Like, you're not trying to have a difficult time or even a balanced time. You are simply trying to be John Wick. And in that case, hell yeah, more power to you, you know? Play games the way you want, have fun the way you're gonna have fun. So yeah, so far, what's been amazing about this game is a mix of the variety of weapons you can pick up. It's not huge, right? I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh yeah, this and Call of Duty have the same arsenal. No. But what is kind of cool is enemies have different types of guns. You can pick those up. You have your kind of grunt enemies, like these guys rolling in with the baseball bats here. And what I like doing is meleeing them, because when you get an execute like I just did, you refill your main gun's ammo. And in typical John Wick-esque fashion, your signature gun is the most powerful gun, okay? I'm holding a sniper rifle right now, I believe. Yeah, or like maybe like an M16 kind of thing. And it takes probably 2 shots to put down an enemy for good. Your gun takes 1. And it really lets you get those super ultra-violent kind of combos that you want to get in a game like this, and it's really cool. So you want to watch out for that orange and for the red indicator you just saw me get. The orange circle is given to you by a ranged enemy that is targeting you. You can also pick up pistols. Pistols take about 3 shots to take someone down. Oh, I didn't even see him. He was in the dark. So I actually don't really know the... Oh. I'm sorry. I was about to say I don't know the best way to handle them. Turns out shooting them in the head works just as good as any. Just, it's a little harder when they have a riot shield. Cool thing in typical John Wick fashion, when you have a weapon that is not your signature weapon, and you are finished with it, you huck it at the enemy, which is pretty dope. All right, I'm out of ammo here. This is mildly concerning. We got 2 of these shield dudes. So you have a special clip of ammo that just pierces. It goes through whatever you want it to go through. So those riot shields, oh, So those riot shields for one. Let's hope I don't start all the way. Okay, I didn't. I was going to say, if I start all the way back before the park, I'm going to be pissed. I've noticed the difficulty, for at least for me, ramps up not necessarily in the stronger enemies, right? But it ramps up in these more obfuscating environments. I find in this game, the easiest enemy to kill is the one you see coming. Like, you're John Wick. You're not having an actual problem putting anybody down. So really the problem I have is seeing them before they see me. And making sure I keep up the ammo in my own gun. Okay. Alright. I don't even think I pulled the trigger there. I think you just got shot in the head. Yeah, so that is what I find is the most difficult part of this, is you end up in these environments where it is just darker, it is harder to see the enemies. However, if you can see them, they're almost always just dead, right? I want to get out of this situation that I'm in, actually. This is very bad. Okay, we're doing better. We're doing better. We're able to come out of there. I don't like being in anywhere where I feel trapped in this game. An avenue out is your best bet to staying alive. Okay, why are you glowing red? Can I pick you up? Can I pick your body armor up? So the cool thing also, I haven't been doing it much. There is dodge rolling and diving. While you are doing an execute, you are invincible, so don't worry about that. I find most games where they have an execute function, that's really how you have to do it game design-wise. Especially if you want to make the execution look cool, right, and take some time. Because, like, I have played some games where they try to, you know, make sure you're not invulnerable and, like, you gotta really be smart about it. And what I end up doing is just not using the executes. Because they just hold you in one place for far too long. It's a death sentence, you know? But in this game, you are invincible while you're doing them. It is absolute joy to play. I've kind of been putting this one off. And the reason I've been putting it off is, honestly, I knew this game was going to be a 50-50 for me. I was either going to absolutely love it or just be like, this is awful, what is everybody talking about? And I really didn't want the latter, right? I wanted to love this game, and I'm really glad I do. This feels like what I would imagine if they tried to make John Wick the game. This is what it should feel like. Whether this is what it would feel like is a whole different thing entirely. You know as well as I do that these companies somehow will entirely miss the point of a game when making it for some reason, and you'll get utter garbage. I'm not trying to sit here being like, oh, I could do better, because I most certainly don't know if or think that I could. I definitely know there's a lot of games that I've played recently, or maybe not even just recently, in my lifetime, where, you know, I'm excited about it, I'm amped, and I play it, and I'm like, you guys lost the plot before you even made the game. Which is disappointing to see every time. So that's kind of what I was afraid about. But not with this one. This one gets the real essence of it, I would argue. It's like, oh, you just want to feel like John Wick. Then we'll have you feel like John Wick. Another thing this game does is it very clearly marks where you're supposed to go. Speed is one of the things it grades you on when you complete a level. But I mean, also, you know, somehow in the movies, John Wick always knew where to go. You're not playing this trying to figure out where you need to be. You're playing this trying to figure out where the next enemy is and how the best way to take him out is. So there's a helicopter over there. I'm supposed to go for that. but I know for a fact my score for this is already screwed. I died quite a few times on an earlier portion of this. Not proud of it, but I did. I'll admit that. So I'm not trying to get a high score right now. I'm actually trying to see if there are secrets or collectibles or anything. I picked up something earlier that was odd. It was like an orange silhouette of a guy. I have no clue what that is. I assume it's a collectible for the game, so that kind of told me, hey, maybe there's more. So far, though, it feels great. Like, this is one of those games they really focused on the feeling. And, sorry, I might end up just, my brain might end up just blacking out every once in a while here and there when I'm playing this game, because I'm really trying not to die. Because it's not the easiest. What was I saying? Yeah, they got the feeling really down really well, okay? So you throw weapons other than yours when you're done with them. You melee pretty well. They separated the melee into punches and kicks, which works great. Kicks are usually used to block stagger a blocking enemy, and then punches are used to kill for the most part. Like that guy, I should have kicked him a long time ago. Oh, and a sword. Yeah, enemies with bladed weapons, they are true to how that should work, and they just put you down. Okay, that is rough. I actually don't even know how I got as far as I did last time. Here we go. This is what I was looking for. So, special clip. So special clip is cool because the special clip, I don't know if you noticed, bullets pierce with the special clip. They pierce infinitely. So this room that was chock full of dudes, and I died on it twice once I equipped that special clip. You notice there were no more issues. Don't fall for this. I mean, maybe fall for this, but don't fall for that. Every time I pick that up, it is not worth it. It takes like half a mag to actually spray down some dudes. I actually personally only like picking up the pistols. And that is because the pistols are plentiful. They easily reload, and you can always find ammo for them, which is really awesome because that kind of means, hey, for the foreseeable future, you have a new gun. Because really, what I've found in this game starts being important, at least to me, is reliability, which I imagine... I've never been in the military, but I imagine to any actual soldier, that is probably the biggest thing to them too, is reliability. No, we're gonna go with that. Yeah. Like, you don't want anything running out of bullets. Like, that's usually how I die. I mean, you did just watch me walk into a room, get mollywalked, and bite the dust, but usually I find how I die in this game is me not realizing I'm about to run out of ammo. Alright, that'll give me more ammo. Perfect. We'll take those. Okay, that is the best case scenario. What just happened there was just they line up single file, they get dropped, and I have good access to the ones with guns. That way they don't shoot me. All right, you're going down. Give me that ammo back. Yeah, so far it has been great. The cool thing too is I've been loving the varied environments. You know, there's a few other games kind of in this, I guess, niche, if you want to call it that. I don't think it's large enough to be called a niche. And what I find my issue with a lot of them ends up being is two things. Either they're kind of half-baked and really shouldn't be coming out, right? Like it's one of those things where it was a very underfunded passion project that ended up being underpolished because of it, which, like, you hate to see it because, you know, whenever people put their heart and soul into something like that, I really want it to go well. And also, I couldn't do it, right? Like, you know, who am I to criticize a game that some dude made in his basement on his free time, when if you were like, hey, Cobalt, you should make your own game, I'd be like, no, random citizen. I have 2 brain cells. Okay, there's a minigun on the helicopter. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna save our weapon for these guys over here on the side. Ah, dang it. Okay, I don't really know how I'm supposed to handle this, but interesting. So that's when you kick them, execute them, and we keep rolling because I need these to take down that. Oh, I really didn't think I was in a red circle, but I guess I was. But yeah, I think so far my favorite part of this game has really been how visceral the combat feels, as well as the fact that it really does feel like as long as you are responsive and intelligent with your actions, you can kind of overcome anything. He says as he's getting his ass kicked by a helicopter. Yeah. I know it doesn't seem like it, and right now it seems like, hey, Cobalt, you suck, and this is terrible, and I don't know how you're talking any kind of shit about winning and overcoming anything. And that is because, man, there hasn't been a challenge like this in this game yet. That I've faced, at least. It does actually seem, though, very much like the key is hiding behind this stuff. The key is hiding behind this stuff and not getting hit by actual grenade launchers. Got it. Nice. Okay. So far, I haven't found any challenges in this game that actually feel insurmountable or cheap, right? Like, you know how you'll play some games and I hate being that guy. I try not to be that guy, but sometimes you look at what's happening to you in the game and you're like, this game cheats. I hate it. This game so far does not feel like that. All right, so interesting. All right, we're gonna try it. I feel like I'm not gonna love it, but we're gonna try it. Oh, but customized suit? Hell yes. Okay, so you can kind of make who you want now. That's pretty cool. I'm actually very into this. Whoa. I didn't realize this was what was coming to me. That's really cool. Yeah, so I haven't felt like anything was cheap, insurmountable, or like a huge actual problem in this game. And you know, that's something I look for in a lot of this type of game, right? Because it's one thing to make this super fun. It's another thing to make it challenging to the point where you're just like, wow, I hate everything about this, and it is difficult to a point of dislike. Yeah, we're definitely going with unbuttoned suit. You know, you keep your suit button when you're standing. It's good etiquette. I think when you're running around shooting people, you can come off it. This is awesome. I didn't actually know any of this part was in the game. You watched me discover this, which is sick. I'm super excited about this. Oh, I can make myself a little bit darker. There we go. I'm going to start trying to do this from now on. I'm going to start trying to, you know, have a conclusion section. This game is definitely a lot of fun. If you enjoy anything like this, if you like John Wick, if you like any of that, I highly suggest it. Currently, it is 40% off on Steam, which puts it at $8.99. Normally, it's $15 though, and I think it's worth every penny. Not only that, but this game has surprised me with the unlocks, the depth to it, and just the sheer amount of fun that I have while playing it. If you want something that is much more on the side of realism, don't play this. I don't know. Also, maybe John Wick might not be for you. If you want to just feel like a complete badass tearing through enemies, this is your game. Thank you all very much for watching. If you're still here, a like and a subscribe would be much appreciated. I'm trying to grow the channel, so every little bit helps. I'll be back tomorrow with another video. Peace out.